All right, guys, we've got 60 headsets, one tier list, and some barking dogs behind me in the background somewhere in my neighborhood. Let's get right into it. Welcome back to FTW Tech. I'm your host, Audeze, and today I'm going to be doing my headset tier list. Why am I doing a headset tier list? Well, to put it simply, it's because my tier list videos get lots of views. No, I'm kidding. I mean, partially it is, but I will say, before I get into the tier list, I do want to say that I don't really support gaming headsets overall. And this is because they're not great. Like, for a lot of these headsets, I feel like they've been increasing in price. You know, everyone would used to spend, 30 to 80 bucks on a headset, somewhere around 50 usually. I never really spent more than 50 on a headset. Actually, I've never spent more than 50 on a headset. And now you're finding like the average headset to be 120 bucks. And it's kind of alarming. And these are from top brands, of course, but I was getting my cheap headsets from a top brand, Turtle Beach, which has become less of a top brand, but we'll get into Turtle Beach later. So now that's out of the way. Well, okay. So because they're so expensive now, I would rather get like an Anker Soundcore Life Q30 and a Razer Siren Mini. It's just a better value. It's a better mic. It's better headphones for the same price. That's just my stance on it. You can do what you want, but we're gonna get into this. Hopefully, I don't want to make it take too long, but I know it will take too long because there's 60 of these. Astro A10 is up first. It's got great audio quality and bass. It's comfortable. No accessories included. No surround sound. It is wired. Not great directional sound. Decent mic. However, it is reviewed as one of the best budget headsets out there. I am going to be going off the sale prices because I've thought about it more, and normally I go off MSRP, but a lot of these are kind of old, and I'm going to go off what you can buy them for now for this video. Let me know which one you prefer, MSRP or sale. It's $60 MSRP. You can get it for $32 right now, and at $32, that's an amazing deal. Astro A40 TR comes with the MixAmp Pro TR, which is basically an audio interface which offers EQ. It's light, but has solid build quality. It has lots of audio customization through the Astro Command app. It is wired only, which is crazy for the price. Like, that's insane. The PS4 Slim requires an HDMI splitter for the MixAmp. Not a huge deal. It has a good mic. It has good simulated surround sound, which, of course, is directional. It actually has it's actually good for music because of the MixAmp. So it is $250 MSRP for the one with the MixAmp, $150 for the version without the MixAmp. You can find it with the MixAmp for $230 now, and the without the MixAmp for $130 now. So I would honestly get probably the one without the MixAmp. I don't think that's worth $100. You can do a lot through the software too, and yeah. I feel like it's too expensive for a wired headset, but like, it's not a trash headset. It's legitimately good. It's just overpriced, so I'm gonna put it in C. Astro A50, it comes with the base station for easy charging. It's insanely expensive. Terrific sound quality though. It's comfortable. The base station, however, only works with PlayStation and Xbox consoles. It has no wired option for mobile devices. It is only wireless. The mic is not great for the price, and the mic is also not removable. It's also hard to use with the PS4 Slim. It's good for music. It's got good surround sound. It is $300. At least it's wireless though, but still $300. That's kind of crazy. I'll put it in B. We're evening out the Astro headsets. This is mainly a ranking in terms of value, and that's why it's. Oh, and it's $289 now, so it's new, so there's not been much of a discount yet, but in a few months you'll see it go down more. The SteelSeries Arctis 7X/7P. So the X/P models. X means Xbox, P means PS. Anyways, because with the wireless, they have different wireless technologies. Xbox has a weird thing. Anyways, it's just like the 9X. It is comfortable. It has good audio. The 7X works with every platform. The 7P doesn't work with I might be getting it mixed up. The 7X might not work with PlayStation. I'm not really sure on that. But whatever, they cover all the bases. If you want to get the 7X or 7P for a platform that's not the PlayStation or Xbox, get the X. Anyways, it's good audio. It has better battery life than the Arctis Pro, actually. And it is tied with the Blackshark Pro in battery life. It has bad bass though, and it has micro USB charging instead of USB-C. I've never found that to be a problem, but I know a lot of people do. And it is just generally reliable. Like, it doesn't break much. Anyways, this is the 7X/7P. It is $150. It's wireless. It's got good battery life. It's really good in every respect except the bass. I don't think it's bad. I'm gonna put it in A. Next is the Arctis 9X/9. Instead of 9P for PlayStation, it's just 9. It's got balanced audio. It actually has a good mic. It has Bluetooth and 2.4 gigahertz, so it can work on more platforms. It is comfortable. It also has weak bass. It requires an Xbox wireless adapter for best performance on PC. And the mic is not detachable. It is $200. Now it's $188. Overall, it seems like, honestly, I would probably recommend getting the 7. So I'm gonna put it in B. It's pretty expensive, to be honest, and I don't know if I would buy it at that price, to be honest with you. I don't think I would ever spend that much on a headset anyways. If I was an audiophile spending it on headphones, sure, I'd spend $200, but that's not what we're talking about here. Next is the Arctis Prime. It has upgraded drivers from the previous model. It has not compared to the 9X, but the previous, like, lower end model. Upgraded drivers from a previous model. Noise isolation due to the ear cups. The ear cups are nice and snug, and they're of a material where it does actually isolate that noise out. It's comfortable, but it does make weird creaking noises. It's wired, but at the price, that's okay, I guess. It has more bass and less highs, so that's kind of unlike the higher end ones. It has no side tone. Side tone lets you hear your own voice from your mic. It's like monitoring. It doesn't have that, and a lot of people don't like that because the higher end Arctis ones do, but I don't mind personally. That would not factor into my decision at all, but I know for some people it would. It also does not have chat mix, which makes it easy to balance game and chat audio on the fly. Honestly, just get the Arctis One wireless for the same price, which is actually $80 now, and the Arctis Prime is still $100. The Arctis One wireless is like the ultimate headset, and I don't have it on this tier list, to be quite honest, and I regret not having it on this tier list, but I was getting sick of writing all this stuff down and adding a ton more mics to the tier list. Look, I've got 60, or not mics, headsets. I'm losing my mind already. I lose my mind in all my videos. But, when there is a... Okay, the noise isolation is fine. I'll put it in C. It's fine. It's really fine, but it lacks some features, and it, just get the Arctis One wireless. It's so good. I wish it was on the tier list. It would go in S tier, just to be clear, but the Arctis One wireless, just get that. Okay, Arctis Pro wireless. This is the OG wireless flagship headset. This is the OG. Every streamer had this in 2019. It came out in early 2018. And it was one of the first ones with that super fast wireless technology. Anyways, it used to be insanely expensive at a $330 MSRP, but it's now only $250. It has great audio quality. It's comfortable. It has lots of connection options, so it works with all platforms. Not as good build quality as the Corsair Virtuoso, which we'll get to later. It has micro USB charging and not USB-C, just like the other SteelSeries headset. Again, I don't mind, but some people might. Arctis headsets don't work on Xbox when wireless, except the ones that are designated for the X. So I really want to point that out. I really want to point that out. So that's like a big thing. So if you are using the Arctis Pro with Xbox, well, really just don't. Just get a wired one, or get a headset from another brand that is wireless and works with it, or that is wired and has better features and sound quality. Just because when you're paying $250 for it, you're paying mostly for the wireless. So, you know. Anyways, don't get it for Xbox, basically, is what I'm saying. It has a good mic, lots of bass, and good for music. It has no surround sound, which is crazy for the price. I get that it's old, but like, really? Like, why? Like, why not? Literally everything about it is good. And I would put it in A tier. Anything that's this expensive, I can't put it in S. It's just, the value is not there. But because it lacks surround sound, everything else about this is good, but it lacks surround sound, so B. And the price is not great either. Thermaltake Argent H5, RGB 7.1 surround. That is one heck of a name. It has good sound quality. It's comfortable, nice minimalist design. The mic does not filter out background noise very well. Unfortunate. There's no way to adjust the mic volume on the fly. The mic is detachable, however. The headset overall is kind of heavy, unlike a lot of the other current headsets. The Arctis One wireless is actually really light though, so again, another reason to recommend that. It has a detachable micro USB cable. Thermaltake includes an adapter that splits into a second 3.5mm cable. It has inline controls. The HyperX Cloud Mix has much better high-res audio, although the Argent is still good for the price. The high-res audio, by the way, it's for like certain file types and how they sound. You need an app for the surround sound with this, but at least it has surround sound at its low price, which we'll get to soon. It's good for music. The mic is quiet and just not great. There's no Thermaltake headset software at all, but again, it does have good sound quality. It's only $65. I'm still gonna put it in C. It's definitely lacking in a lot of ways with the heaviness, the wired, being wired. There's not gonna be a single wired headset in S, by the way. I'm just gonna put that out there already. Razer Barracuda X. It just came out. It's wireless. The dongle is USB-C, which is really interesting, and I think that's a trend we're gonna move towards. But anyways, it has good audio. It has a nice clear mic. It's light and comfortable. It's bundled with lots of cables for you. It has no carrying case or pouch, which is unfortunate, but the price is okay. So I wouldn't expect a case. It has no Bluetooth, unfortunately. So it doesn't work on Xbox or phone. Not great build quality, honestly. The surround sound costs extra, which I find really weird. At that point, it doesn't even have surround sound. Like, come on. It has a good mic, it has good bass, and it's good for music. It's good, but the surround sound thing and the compatibility stuff, I'm gonna have to put it in B. It's $100, by the way. Not too expensive these days. I mean, a few years ago, I would have never paid that much for a headset, but these days, that's actually decent. A Blackshark V2 Pro. So, it could have better high frequencies. It sounds just slightly better than the wired version of the Blackshark V2, which we'll get to soon. It has fast wireless performance, of course, and it has better battery life than the Arctis Pro, 24 hours versus 10 hours. So again, the Arctis Pro is very good, but that battery life is also not great. Just because of that, and because it's only $180, $170 now, I am gonna have to put it in A tier above the Arctis Pro. A few years ago, the Arctis Pro would have been like the end game headset, but that's the problem with people saying like, this is the end game something, like I'm never gonna get a new one of X product, keyboard, whatever, because it's not the end game, because there's gonna be new tech. When people say it's an end game, they're saying that because it's the best tech around at that time and it really works for them, but obviously it'll just take longer for them to get another upgrade. Anyways, but they call it the end game and it makes me mad. Just a little tangent there. Probably not good because the video is already getting long and I'm still on the B's, going alphabetical. Razer Blackshark V2 X. Very light, comfortable, cushioned ear cups, decent noise cancellation for cheap. Cheap build quality though, unfortunately. It actually has surround sound at this price, which is really nice. Mic is not detachable. It's got good audio, except the high frequencies, just like the Pro version. You need an app for the surround sound. I'm not sure if it costs extra though. Don't have that listed on my notes. It is quieter and more nasal sounding for the mic, which is not great. The mic has built-in noise rejection, however, so that's not bad. There's no USB sound card and there's no EQ and Synapse. That's a big thing. Almost every single headset now has EQ in some kind of application, and it's kind of sad that this doesn't. However, it's only $60 and it's actually $44 now. But I'm going to put it in C tier because it could be better, and the better version of it is currently the same price. And that's the Blackshark V2. The Blackshark V2, how do I put this gently? Or how do I understate this? It's the best headset that exists. Hopefully that worked all right for you guys. Okay, it has good audio performance, good mic. It is praised by all reviewers. It has a good fit. The cable's not detachable. I get that, but simply put, this is the best value headset there is. It is currently $45, MSRP of $100. So that is the first S tier headset, and probably won't be the last, honestly, because there's a lot of decent headsets now. Next is the HyperX Cloud Alpha S. We're gonna get to a lot of cloud headsets now. It has balanced sound, good build quality, 2 extra included ear pads, bad high frequencies and surround sound, unfortunately. The surround sound's not great, which it'd be nice if it was, obviously. It has onboard switches for adjustable bass levels, unlike the original Cloud Alpha. It is generally worse than the G Pro X, Kraken TE, and Razer Nari, thanks to the bad high frequencies, adjustability, and surround sound. It is $130, $77 at the moment. It's a good sale price. Still gonna put it in C tier. It definitely could be better, and it's beaten out by some competitors in nearby price ranges. HyperX Cloud Flight S, great audio quality, sturdy design, comfortable. Not a good mic, by the way. It's kind of expensive. It has Qi charging, but it isn't great. That's kind of a gimmick for headsets, I feel like. It has an astonishing 30 hours of battery life, probably because it basically has no RGB. It's good for music too. The HyperX Ingenuity software has not a lot of EQ, but it has some. I mean, at least it has some. It has 7.1 surround sound, only on PC. But that's like, I'm pretty sure that's only on PC for like all headsets, because I think you need USB to power that. The mic is detachable. Yeah, I mean, it has a good audio quality. It fixes the high frequency issues, I think, so I'm going to put it 1 tier higher. However, it is $160, but it's $130 now, so at least it's on sale. HyperX Cloud II Wireless. This is a very famous option, praised by a lot of reviewers as well. It has good audio quality, funny commercials, I might add, a good design, a decent microphone, fast wireless, crazy 32-hour battery life, not as many software features as Logitech and Razer, but that doesn't matter. It is an S tier headset, $150, but it's down to $114 now. So it's gonna go up there. Next is the HyperX Cloud 2 wired. It has a nice design, good build quality. Its 7.1 surround sound is not very effective, to be quite honest. It's lightweight. It has bad low ends, but good bass. I don't know how that works. I thought they were the same thing. I guess I'm wrong. Not as good for PC gaming as the Cloud Alpha S. I don't know why I wrote that down, but I must have seen that in the review, and they're so similarly priced now. Okay, well, in that case, I'm gonna move the Cloud Alpha S up, and I'm gonna put this here, because it's still good on consoles and all that. The Cloud Alpha S had issues too, and I can't put the Cloud 2 in D tier. I'll leave them in the same tier, but take that with a grain of salt. It doesn't really matter, because I'm not really recommending either of them. I'm never going to recommend you a wired headset, to be clear, ever. Wireless is the trend, it's here to stay, and if you're still using wired, what are you doing? On PC, to be clear, on PC. If you're on console, you can use wired because you're hooking up to your controller, in which case it's not too big of a deal, but still, you should probably be using wireless at this point. All right. HyperX Cloud Mix. It has wired and Bluetooth, no dongle, which is really weird because it's very expensive. Good audio quality, good mic, sturdy and comfortable. Mic is not as good in Bluetooth mode. It switches from a boom mic to a mic built into the left ear cup, which is very strange when it's in Bluetooth. It does that. It has a subtle design. It's really nice. You can get it in white or black, I think. So it's got 20-hour battery life, no RGB. That's okay, not amazing. I mean, it's fine. It's great for music too. It does not have the same sound features as the Orbit S, which we'll get to next, and the Audeze Mobius, which we'll also get to. It is currently $200 and it's $130 now. So the fact that there's no dongle It's not great. It does have good audio quality and a good mic. It's sturdy and comfortable. The mic's not as good in Bluetooth mode though. And it switches to the one in the left ear cup, which is really weird. This is a really expensive one. However, guys, that white with the rose gold accents is beautiful. I'm literally moving it up a tier for that. So B tier. HyperX Cloud Orbit S. Same head tracking and surround sound as Audeze Mobius because they partnered with Audeze. Amazing sound for gaming and music. Great mic. It's expensive though. 2.4 gigahertz, unlike the Mobius, and it's still cheaper. Same planar magnetic drivers as the Mobius because they again worked with Audeze. It's sturdy, it's comfortable, it has USB-C charging, it has a detachable mic, it has several cables included. You can only use it wired on consoles and mobile, so this would be S tier, but you can only use it wired on consoles and mobile. Balanced sound, more EQ than the Flight S and Ingenuity. It actually looks like the Audeze software. It has balanced sound, great for music. It's everything about it is good. It's $300 for the version with no head tracking and $330 for the version with head tracking, although it's currently $230 for the version with head tracking. For some reason, I couldn't find the version without head tracking. I don't know if they're selling it anymore. Just because you can only use it wired on consoles and mobile, because there's no Bluetooth, I am going to put it in A. Besides that, it would be S. If you're not on consoles or mobile, if you're on PC, it's S tier. So take that into consideration. HyperX Cloud Stinger, the last cloud headset for the day. It is comfortable, it has great audio quality for the price. It is wired, of course, because it is cheap. Good mic for the price too. It's bad at low and high-end frequencies, as are all cheap gaming headsets. They're all very mid-heavy. A lot of them are, not all of them, but a lot of them. It's a trend. Not great plastic build quality, but it is comfortable. The G335 Prodigy may be better, according to the review that I read. I was reading a lot of PC Mag reviews, by the way, for this thing to make my notes. PC Mag, Tech Radar, IGN, Sound Guys, a lot of them. So it's $50. The G231 Prodigy might be better. And that's interesting. That's not on this list, but it's still a good cheap mic. It's just bad at low and high end frequencies. However, like, it's $50. It's a good value. We're going off value today, remember that. So I'm gonna put it in B. The Beyerdynamic custom game. It is strong and balanced. It has strong and balanced sound, so good audio quality and balanced. It has a solid design. It's comfortable. The deep bass is not very powerful, like the deep bass. However, the bass is adjustable with a knob, so you may be able to fix that. It's ridiculously expensive for a wired headset, although not as egregious as at least one other one that's more expensive that's wired on here. The mic is built into the cable, which is bad and very strange. Why? The cable's swinging around all over the place. Why do you want the mic attached to the cable? That's just really weird. That's going to destroy its rating for me. It has customizable tags on the outside of the ear cups, just like the SCUF H1, but that's a gimmick, let's be honest. It has no carrying case or bag included, which at this price, I wish it did. It has a good mic, although you should probably use software to turn down the gain out of the box. It's good for music. It has decent directional audio, but it's $210, $179 now. The fact that the mic is on the cable is pretty egregious. It, again, has a good mic, but it's attached to the cable. I'm going to put it in C. I actually almost put it in D. I don't know if there will be any D-tier mics, to be honest, or headsets. I keep calling them mics. Next is the Asus ROG Delta S, which a lot of reviewers like. It's good for high-res audio. It has virtual surround sound, great audio quality, solid build, lightweight and comfortable. Some outward sound leakage due to a loose fit around the ears. The cable also may be a little bit too short for some users. It's got RGB. It comes with extra ear cups. It's comfortable, detachable mic, noise isolating mic as well. The default cable plugs into a system via USB-C, but they include a USB-A adapter for PS4 and Xbox One. Directional audio is muddy for gunfire in some games, but great in others. The mic is not great, especially when canceling out noise. But that's the case with all mics. When they're canceling out the background noise with RTX voice or something, they do get a little bit messed up if it's a lot of noise. There are a lot of EQ options in Armory Crate. It has a quad DAC and an MQA renderer. Fancy sound technology. I don't know. It's way too expensive to be wired. It is wired again, $200. I honestly would have put it in A, but I'm gonna put it in B. I really do like the design. I think it's really, really sick, and I think it's RGB done right. It is a little bit gaudy and gamery, but at the same time, it just looks really clean. I feel like for a gaming headset, like for a gaudy, gamery RGB headset, it looks really clean. I don't know. I like it. Anyways, I like the look of it, but there are some issues, like I said. MSI DS502. It has a noise isolating mic. It is heavy. It has virtual surround sound, although you need the software for all the features. It has inline control, no detachable. Oh, by the way, when I say inline control, they all have inline control, basically. The wired ones, they basically all have inline control. But I just wrote it for some of them because it was, like, mentioned. But, you know, on the cable, it's got, like, that thing where you can, you know, adjust the volume and mute or whatever. No detachable mic. Good build quality, though. It's comfortable. It has lots of bass, but bad mids. But good sound overall. The software has EQ, but is set up not good. The software is not good. Set up badly. Insane number of drivers to download, like 20,000 files. And you have to set up the drivers with a disc. Can you believe that? We are living in 2021. D tier. It is $70. It is $50 now. I don't care. If you're gonna make me put a disc into my PC, I'm putting you in D tier. I don't care. Sorry about that. We are on to the Turtle Beach Elite Atlas Aero. It's wireless. It has simulated surround sound. It is comfortable and sturdy. It has balanced sound. A good mic with some adjustment, but it does pick up some background noise, to be honest. It has good options through the app, which is the Turtle Beach Control Studio. It is wireless only on PC, so it's not wireless on other platforms. The bass is not very powerful. The surround sound can also only be used on PC, and it does not track motion. It's good for music, though. You can't really expect it to do the motion tracking thing. It's like half the price of the ones that do. It is $150. Look, Turtle Beach has faded into obscurity at this point. They're not really that big anymore. I think they got bought by some company, Logitech maybe, I don't remember. So I wish it was not just wireless on PC. It's not a bad headset, though. I don't think Turtle Beach deserved to fade into obscurity. Put it in B. The Roccat Elo 7.1 Air. It has RGB. It's very bass heavy, but it has an occasionally scratchy sound, which is a little concerning. It's durable. It's lightweight. It's comfortable, unlike the Syn, which we'll get to later. USB-C charging. No wired use at all. Just 2.4 gigahertz, which does make it incompatible with everything except PC in this case. Similar pairing issues to the Syn Pro Air. Slightly better battery life than the more expensive Syn Pro Air, 20 hours with RGB on. Detachable mic with not so great range. The mic could be better. It has actually good software. Guys, the Roccat Swarm software for EQ is good. And this is the Swarm software, not the Neon. We will get to the Neon software with the Syn later on. I'm talking about the Swarm software. It is good. There's noise canceling in the software, I believe. The sound just isn't great, though, although the virtual surround sound is good. Honestly, though, when you're paying $100, it's $100. It's $100 and it's wireless. Props for that. However, sound really could be better. I'm gonna put it in C, and it really has. Actually, let me look at this. Let me look at this. Okay, there's no wired use at all. It's got some scratchy sound. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in D. Sorry, Roccat. But the pairing issues, combined with the bad mic, combined with the bad sound quality, combined with it only being compatible with PC and not even being able to use it wired, paired with scratchy sound sometimes, yeah, that's gonna go there. Roccat Elo 7.1 USB, it's the same as the Air version, but wired, so it works on all platforms at least. The MSRP should be cheaper for what you get. $70, it's $45 now. It's the same in every way, though, so the audio quality and the mic still aren't great. At least it does work on every platform, but because it is wired, I'm gonna actually put it in the same tier. The Asus ROG Strix Fusion 700. It has great sound quality and nice design. It is Bluetooth only for wireless. The wired is only compatible with PC, PS4, and Switch because of no headphone jack. The wireless works on all platforms except Switch, so overall, it works with every platform in some way or another. There's no headphone jack. It is expensive, not great bass. It does have virtual surround sound. It's comfortable, and you cannot swap out batteries like the Arctis Pro. It's $220 and $201 now, by the way. I do like the design. The weird Bluetooth stuff, though, is off-putting. I am going to put it in C. I don't know why you would do Bluetooth only for wireless at that price, honestly. And it's Asus ROG. They know how to make 2.4 gigahertz dongles. Like, I think they can handle that. Logitech G Pro X wireless. No, this is not a mouse. This is a headset. Yeah, excellent simulated surround sound, which is directional, for those of you who didn't know. So you can, like, hear which direction the footsteps are coming from, and you can identify, you know, which direction. It has good audio quality. It only works via 2.4 gigahertz dongle. So it is PC only. The mic requires adjustments for the best sound. It doesn't have the best bass either. It's light and comfortable. It has a removable mic, although most headsets have that at this point. It has extra ear pads in the box, which is cool. It has a lot of mic adjustability with Blue Voice, the Blue Voice software, because Logitech bought Blue and now they're integrating with the software, so it actually has this really awesome adjustment. It doesn't have the best bass, and it only works on PC, so I am going to put it in B, and that's going to be controversial because this is widely regarded as one of the best headsets out there by reviewers, but I am going to put it in B. I do think it could be better. Debate me in the comments. Feel free. I love talking to you guys in the comments. Those of you who are civil, I really like having conversations with you. Those of you who blindly hate on my Control Freak Precision Rings video, I understand, but please stop. That was a bad video, to be clear. Okay, Logitech G335. It has lots of colors. I love the colors. It is a smaller and lighter version of the G733 Lightspeed, which I believe is... Actually, it's the next one. There's some G935 or G933 or some headset like the G9 something, which is widely regarded as a terrible headset, but it's not on this list. So anyways, keep that in mind though, I guess. Just make sure you watch and read reviews before you buy anything expensive. Anyways, it doesn't have the best sound quality compared to other Logitech headsets. It does have good directional audio for games, however, without even having surround sound. I don't think it has surround sound. It's still got good directional audio. Wow, interesting. It is comfortable. It has very good looks and a solid build. It does have a worse mic than the similarly priced Astro A10, which is here. It looks so good though. It looks so good. It doesn't have great sound quality though. I'm gonna put it in C. It really does have good looks, but that can't save it. That could keep it out of D tier for sure, but anyways. Logitech G733 Lightspeed. It is lightweight, it has balanced sound, it is wireless. It's in the name. If it has Lightspeed, it's wireless for Logitech. G-Hub offers lots of EQ options, and there's, you know, the Blue Voice stuff and headphone EQ. The cups don't rotate, the ear cups don't rotate. It has a bad mic, it's muddy sounding. It has a polarizing style, definitely very polarizing. I like it personally. It's comfortable. It would work well for workouts due to the headband fabric ear cups. It has a mediocre build quality though. RGB, USB-C charging, which is nice, I guess. Surround sound can be turned on in G-Hub. It is 2.4 gigahertz only, so it is PC only, but it does have good audio quality overall. I'm gonna put it, it's $130 MSRP, 120 now. Really the only issue with me is the bad mic, which a lot of people don't really care about. If you're not a streamer or a YouTuber and you're just using it to chat with your friends, it will suffice. I'm sure you care more about the audio quality than what your friends hear from you, unless you're just a really nice person and you really care about that. However, the fact that it is also PC only and has a bad mic, and it's $130, I am going to put it in C tier, along with the other Logitech one. MSI Immerse GH61, it has a good mic, it is very comfortable. It has a good inline amp and DAC, impressive virtual surround sound, bad bass at max volume, but good sound overall and good bass when it's not at max volume. It's USB or 3.5 millimeters, so it works on pretty much anything. Actually, it works with like everything. It has a non-detachable, well, except like iPhones with no headphone jack anyways. But you can get a splitter for that anyways. An adapter. Anyways, it has a non-detachable mic, decent build quality, lightweight, good mic. Literally everything about this is good, except that the mic is not detachable, but that's not really an issue. It's compatible with all platforms. It's wired. It's got good surround sound. It's just really solid, honestly. Good job, MSI. I'm not trying to bash MSI. I know I put their other headset in D tier, but I want to put this in A tier. It's $120 down to $100 now. Yeah, it's expensive for being wired, but it works with every platform, and really there's nothing bad to say about it, honestly. Except the price could be lower, I think, but there's really nothing that bad about it. There's nothing egregious going on at all. Anyways. Yeah, no, I can't put a wired one up in S. I was thinking about putting it in S, but it's wired, I can't. SCUF H1. It is comfortable. It is modular. It has magnetic plates with cool designs. So, you know, if you can call that modular, it's just those plates, like the Beyerdynamic custom game. You can, you know, change how it looks on the sides. It's easy to use. The modular parts are expensive, unfortunately. The mic is a bit too sensitive. It really picks up that background noise. It is expensive for being wired. It's lightweight, however. It works on any platform. It has great audio quality for gaming, but not music. It's very mid-heavy, just like a lot of the other cheaper headsets, although this is not as cheap, so probably should be better overall, honestly. It has a detachable mic, at least. It has decent mic, but occasionally the mic literally falls off the headset, which seems weird. It's $130. Overall, it's okay. I like the modularity, I like the swappable plates, but it does have some downsides. I'm going to leave it there. The EPOS, or I think Sennheiser and EPOS are the same thing now. I think EPOS bought Sennheiser's audio division or something like that. So this is the EPOS H3. It has an annoying hissing noise with its bad microphone. So the mic outputs a hissing noise. It's lightweight, however. It's comfortable with some soft ear cups. It has good audio and bass. Not many hardware features like controls on it. No software either, which not a lot of hardware and no software. What does it even have in that case? It's weird. Wired, and it's still expensive. No surround sound at that price. Does have good build quality. I don't know what it has. This is going to be controversial because I know people like EPOS, and it's crossing that line between gaming and audiophile. I'm going to put it in D tier. Feel free to debate me. That could honestly probably go in C tier, but there's not that much that's good about it. It's lightweight and it has good build quality, but it's $120, has no surround sound, is wired, has not a lot of hardware control, and has no software control either. That's like the trifecta of not great. Gigabyte AORUS H5. It has RGB. It works with all platforms. The build quality is not great. It's gaudy and gamery looking for sure. Come on, guys. We're talking about AORUS here. It's comfortable, lightweight. It has a 10-foot cable, which is honestly overkill. It has two 3.5 millimeter cables, one for the headphone and one for the mic, and count them, and a USB cable for RGB. So it can only be used on PC. This is absolutely ridiculous. It has two audio jack cables and USB. Think about that. What are you doing, Gigabyte? Just get out of the headphone space at this point. Just get out. Anyways, it's got inline control on the cable. The AORUS engine software is janky though. The sound is too loud. It has no surround sound. The mic is not great, although the noise isolation is fine. It has more bass focus, not really mids and highs. It's $70. Maybe if this was $30, it would be okay, but this is a solid D tier, and it's honestly worse than a lot of the ones in D tier. Corsair HS50 Pro. Great audio that beats the Astro A10, which is in A tier. It's comfortable and sturdy, good value, no surround sound. You wouldn't expect it to though. Detachable mic, it's comfortable. It's wired with a fixed cable, works on any platform. $50, it's $40 at the moment. I said literally nothing bad about it. And it's $40. That's an S tier headset if I've ever seen one. It's also unassuming you could wear it to the office and not get judged, honestly. I don't think there's any RGB. It's solid. Corsair HS50 Haptic. This will be a change of pace from the last one. A little bit. It has great bass, good build quality, good mic. It's expensive for a wired headset, but that's because it has another feature that is meant to sell it. The haptics are not as good in games as they are with music. I think it has an ugly design with the Arctic camo, but you know, that's subjective. It has haptic vibration feedback that only focuses on bass, so it's just bass. Corsair claims improved reaction time, which seems ridiculous. It's really just the $50 HS60 Pro with haptics, and it's $130, $106 now. It's not bad. Really, the only problems were their weird claims and the haptics being better with music and only focused on bass, and the look thing is actually really just subjective. And remember that it's like the HS60 Pro, which might be slightly better than the HS50 Pro, which I put in S. So the other stuff is nice, and I like the design on the headband. I'll say that. I'm gonna put it in A tier actually. I think that for a first generation haptic thing, I think this is a new thing. I do think it has a lot of room to grow. I see the potential. I'm laser focused on it, and I want to see what happens next. A tier. Cougar Immersa Pro Pre. It is USB only, so it's PC only, and in this case, it only works on PC for what it is. It has virtual surround sound. It has EQ in the software, inline controls. It's comfortable. It has RGB. Good sound quality, not the best, but it's respectable. Especially bass, good bass. It has a good mic. You can't put it super high. I can't put it super high on my rankings because the only real review I saw of this headset was from Funky Kit, and they literally just copied and pasted everything from Cougar's website. The only reliable reviews were on Amazon, but they were conflicting. It still seems decent for the price. It's $70, $60 now. Everything I said about it was good, but there are no reliable reviews on it. I just don't have enough information, so I'm gonna put it in B tier. Razer Kaira Pro. Great surround sound, comfortable, bad mic. Software is not well advertised despite good adjustable profiles and game/chat balancer for volume. It's in the Razer headset adjustment application. 2.4 gigahertz and Bluetooth, so it's compatible with a lot of stuff. It is there's easy swapping between devices. There's an occasional crackling sound though in the ear cups, which and the battery life is just 15 hours. It's 150, 120 now. Not bad price for wireless. The mic is not great. Everything else is okay, but there's that occasional crackling sound, so I'm gonna put it in C. If that crackling sound was gone, I'd honestly probably put it in A. Although there's a bad mic, so maybe B. But anyways, I'll leave it there. Guys, next we have the Razer Kraken Kitty / Ultimate. So this is the meme headset. Everyone loves it or hates it, or loves to hate it. So the Kitty and the Ultimate are the same, except for the design, of course. They've got powerful bass, simulated surround sound. There's a button to turn it on instead of software, which I love. There's RGB, weak mids and highs, honestly. It's really just bass, it's all bass. The cable is not detachable, it is wired. It is USB and not 3.5 millimeters, so it's PC only. Noise canceling mic, which is great sounding as well, great mic. Synapse has mic and audio adjustment. The Kraken TE is just $100, $76 now, and it's basically the same. You could also get the Kraken BT, wireless Bluetooth, for $100. So, really not a great deal. I would get either of those over this, honestly. It's $150 for the Kitty and $130 for the Ultimate, now only $119. But still, it's wired, and that's just really expensive. And it has issues such as it's totally bass forward. It's just not a good value compared to even other Razer Kraken headsets. So I am gonna put it in D. It's the Kitty one. I don't know where you expected it to end up. I do like memes, and this is a meme headset. But anyways, Razer Kraken V3 X. It is lightweight. It is wired. It has soft ear cups, good audio and great bass, good mic, decent surround sound. Fully plastic and a hardwired cable, unlike the Cloud Alpha. It is $70, so the build quality is maybe questionable. It is all plastic, although it doesn't mean it's bad build quality. I didn't see anything in the review I read about build quality, I don't think, but I could have just not been reading it very well. It is a hardwired cable, and I don't have written down what type of cable it is. It could be PC only, I don't know. I really should have that written down, honestly, but I don't. I don't have enough information to put it in S. I'm going to put it in A, so that is the Razer Kraken V3 X. I could recommend it. Also, quick side note, I have tried a whopping grand total of 0 of the headsets on this tier list, so do not take me as an expert. I simply read reviews, took notes, and am now trying to rank them. So there's no way I can try all of these though, so you know. Cooler Master MH670, lightweight, good build quality, slightly quiet though, great sound quality, a decent mic. The ear cups are too tight, clamping force. It is wireless via a USB Type-A dongle or a Type-C adapter. I love that they let you choose there. I love that. It has a removable cable that allows it to work wired on all platforms. Guys, this is how you do connectivity. 2.4 gigahertz USB dongle. Adapter for 2.4 gigahertz with USB-C and wired. I love that. I absolutely love that. It has a simplistic, it has a simplistic design. It does not look too gamery. It has some stability issues where it can kind of wobble around on your head. So it's got the too tight ear cups, but it can also kind of wobble around on your head. Maybe front back wobble a little bit. That could be it. I don't know how those two things go together, but anyways, apparently they do in this case. The 3.5 millimeter cable included could be blocked by a phone case. So it might not be best for mobile because a big phone case could block the cable because it's kind of a thick, like a thing like near the end of the cable. Anyways, you know what I mean. I'm sure you guys have all had that issue where you try to plug it into the headphone jack, but you can't because your case blocks it because like the plastic part of the cable is too wide. That could happen here. It's got good surround sound. It's good at all frequencies. Bass heavy and good for music. Great and simple adjustment in Cooler Master Master Plus software, including sound presets. 18-hour battery life. It is $120. Except for the tight ear cups and the wobble, I love everything about this. The 18-hour battery life could be better considering it has no RGB, but this is still A tier. This is phenomenal. Cooler Master MH752. It is comfortable, has a detachable mic, good surround sound, subtle and unassuming look. It's wired, but it is detachable wire. When it's wired, there's really no reason to have it be detachable, but it is, so cool. Yeah, I guess if the cable breaks, you can replace that instead of the whole headset. So that's nice. The comfort is decent, but not amazing. Same with build quality, decent, but not amazing. Lightweight, comes with a USB amp that attaches to the cord. You cannot use the amp on mobile or Xbox, however. It is very simple to use. There is no software for surround sound. Cooler Master Portal software is very bare bones and simple. So it's actually different software than the Master Plus software for the previous headset. MH670, it's different. Good sound for gaming and music, including good performance at all frequencies. It is $100, $89. Now, I'm going to put it one tier below. It is wired, and it's not that much cheaper, so I'm going to put it one tier below the MH670. It's still good. Reviewers really like those two headsets, by the way. Oh, okay. This next one grinds my gears a little bit. Just a little bit. This is the Audeze Mobius. If you haven't heard of it, it has the best audio quality for a gaming headset, period. Hands down. But that's where it ends. Well, let me talk about it more. It has simply unparalleled head tracking with surround sound for a gaming headset. Comfortable Bluetooth option, but requires USB for 5.1 and higher surround sound. What? Why have one of your best features require USB when you're selling a wireless headset? Why? I don't know if there is on any headset the 7.1 surround sound wireless. No, there must be because the Roccat Elo Air. Yeah. This is ridiculous, guys. This thing is $400. I'm just going to say it now. I'll get to the price later, but it's a detachable mic, USB-C charging, hard shell case for an extra $39, and a headphone stand for an extra $24. It has the planar drivers used in some audiophile headsets. It has a great mic. It's amazing for music as well. Phenomenal build quality. It's just a company that's out of touch with gamers. They don't know what they're doing with gamers. It's like a more audiophile. It's kind of on that line between gaming and audiophile. And, you know, the fact that you need USB for the best surround sound, and the fact that it's at $400 Bluetooth and not 2.4 gigahertz, and the fact that a case costs extra. I can't put this in D because it has some really awesome features, but I'm putting it in C because this is a $400 gaming headset. If you buy this, you are out of your mind. Out of your mind. Anyways, Razer Nari Ultimate. It has better haptic feedback than Corsair, not just bass vibrations. It has balanced sound, unlike many bass-heavy other Razer headsets. This is still Razer, so that's nice. It has roomy ear cups, lots of hardware control, limited wireless connectivity, admittedly. The wireless doesn't work on Xbox and Switch. No noise canceling, 8 hours battery life with RGB and haptics, 20 hours without. Battery life is not great, although, you know, with haptics, you can't expect it to be. But even without RGB, 20 hours could be better. It's $200, $130 now. It's pretty expensive, but the haptics, I know. I put the Corsair one here, so I have to put it in the same tier because it does have better haptics technically, but it also costs more, I believe, and the wireless connectivity is not great, and I don't think there's any wired option. I might just not have that written down. Correct me if I'm wrong. Drop plus Sennheiser PC38X. Better drivers and accessories than the 37X. Kind of ugly, in my opinion. Way too expensive to be wired. It is lightweight. It has the same decent plastic build quality as the $50 cheaper PC37X. It is extremely comfortable. Same decent non-removable mic as the 37X. Great at all frequencies. Has noise canceling. Collaboration between EPOS and Sennheiser. Works on all Why did I write EPOS? Did I mean to write drop? I don't know. I mean, it's obvious by the title, but I think I meant to write drop in Sennheiser. Anyways, it's $170. Now, it has better drivers and accessories than the 37X, so slightly better sound quality. It's lightweight. It's got okay build quality, very comfortable. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's not great. I think it's ugly, but that's subjective. It's good. It's a good headset, objectively speaking, but it has flaws, like a lot of headsets. Audeze Penrose X, great audio for gaming and music. Bad mic. Persistent hissing sound in the ears, which is worse with side tone on. Wireless via dongle. Thank God. Unlike the Mobius. Or wired via 3.5mm. Vast improvement over the Mobius in that respect, even though it's cheaper. Comfortable overall, but too tight. Bad onboard controls, ugly in my opinion. The Mobius also is ugly in my opinion. It can be used wired on PC and Xbox, wirelessly on PS, or on PC, of course, because it has a dongle. Sorry, there's an airplane in the background. I'm just going to talk right over it. No microphone mixer or game/voice chat mixer when wireless, so that's only if you use it wired. The build quality is not great. It has surround sound, it has good battery life. This is another case where, just like the Mobius, it's just ridiculous. It's $300. It's $300. Come on, it's $300. Like it's $300. I'm sorry, and it has not great build quality. That's inexcusable. It's $300. I just cannot get over that. All right, we're almost at the end. I mean, not quite, but we're getting there. XPG Precog. Balanced audio that can go very loud. Good mic with noise isolation. Good build quality. Performs badly via 3.5mm, which is for consoles and mobile, because it loses the built-in DAC. But it performs well via USB on PC, so it's really only for PC, but it does technically work on other stuff. It's rugged and gaudy looking and very, very gamery. Kind of heavy, to be honest. You cannot adjust the headband. It's like auto adjust or something. It doesn't really mean anything. It also comes with a USB-C cable to plug into Mac and stuff, which is interesting. Comes with a carrying case, which is also nice, especially for the price. Has several types of drivers that allow it to perform well at all frequencies. Good audio quality, surround sound is good, but suffers during gunfights. It has a built-in FPS mode that improves FPS performance in terms of sound, and it's good for music as well. So again, it's really only for PC, and it's heavy, and the surround sound could be better during gunfights. Those are the only downsides. It's not bad. I think they have a solid foundation. They only have really a few things to fix. I don't mind the crazy RGB. It's, by the way, it's $100, $79 now. I'm gonna put it in B for now. It could go down to C, but I'll put it in B for now. XPG are not super big yet in the headphone game. I think once you give them a little bit of time, they have room to improve, but I feel like they could. They have space to improve, and I think they could. JBL Quantum 400. It is wired, has no noise canceling. Companion app with EQ, which is nice. It is bass heavy. Good mic. Detachable USB-C cable. It's wired, to be clear. I said that already. But the cable is detachable USB-C. Lightweight, RGB, variation in sound quality depending on fit, which is kind of weird. Not just sound volume, but sound quality. The mic is not detachable. Decent build quality. Mediocre wobbly stability, though. Bad high frequencies, but good mids. Virtual surround sound, $100. This is a very weird headset because it's a mix of goods and bads. The only bad things are it has no noise canceling, but you probably can't really expect it to at this price. It's $100. The variation in sound quality depending on fit, which it is wobbly, so the fit will vary because it'll be wobbling around. And the bad high frequencies. Yeah, I mean it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'll put in C. It probably could go in B, to be honest. JBL Quantum ONE. Wired, mediocre active noise canceling, crazy expensive, great sound and great mic. Although the mic is actually not as good as the $119 Kraken Ultimate, which I put in the list earlier, the Kraken Kitty and Kraken Ultimate, which is actually down in the D tier. So that is sad that this is not as good of a mic as that. It has RGB, the bass could be better, honestly. It has virtual surround sound, USB-C charging, very limited USB chat mixer if you use it wired, which you can only use it wired. Removable mic, lots of onboard controls. It's wired. I'm gonna keep saying that. Comfortable, tons of cool customization with the Quantum Engine app. Head tracking for better surround sound. The mic is sensitive. Great bass with some EQ. Surround sound makes a crisper sound with less balance. The Audeze Mobius sounds better, honestly. It is way too expensive, and it's heavy. And did I mention it's wired? It's also $300. D tier. That's egregious. It blows my mind. $300 wired headset. Gaming headset. It's a gaming headset, to be clear. So you wouldn't expect that. Audiophile headsets, I know a lot of them are wired. That's fine. But this is a gamer headset. From a relatively audiophile brand, but it's a gamer. It's a gaming headset. So, inexcusable. Fnatic React and React Plus. So the React Plus is just like the React, but with surround sound and fancy leather ear cups. Everything else is the same. Both of these models have incredibly good sound and good mic. They work with any platform. Oval ear cups are not for everybody, but that's not a huge deal. Build quality is fine, but the clamping force is kind of inconsistent, which could mean that other things could be inconsistent, but should be fine. I don't know. Not super comfortable, but cancels out background noise well. The mic is literally better than the Astro A50, which is like $200-something. It's got an understated design. The surround sound is debatably necessary or stupid for esports. You could say either way. Some people might say it's too complicated for esports, and esports players need that raw experience where they can be just focused right in on the game, have no distractions. Others could say that it helps you be focused in the game, and the directional audio with the footsteps is very useful, although in games like Fortnite you can show the footsteps on screen too, so you know, it's debatable. But anyways, it is $75 for the React, $50 now, and the one, it's $100 for the React Plus. Either way, the flaws are pretty low. The big flaw, really the only flaw, is the inconsistent clamping force. So I'm gonna put it in A tier. Thermaltake Shock XT 7.1. It is just like the normal Shock XT stereo, but with virtual surround sound for $10 more on top of the MSRP. For $10 more, it's not bad. It's lightweight, it's good at all frequencies, it has inline controls, 3.5mm, works on all platforms, pretty much. Not really enough info and reviews about it to rank it too highly, but it's only $55, and it has surround sound, and apparently has very good audio quality, so A tier. I'm not complaining. Creative Sound Blaster X H7 TE. Comfortable, EQ is tuned for gaming. Wide soundstage, clear audio, not great mid-range or high frequency, so it is bass heavy. It is heavy and big. It is wired. It has a detachable and adjustable mic. Works on any platform, great surround sound, EQ in Blaster X acoustic engine software. However, as I said, not great mid or high frequencies, and it's big and heavy. Those are the two main downsides. The fact that it's really bass heavy and doesn't have other good frequencies, I am gonna have to put it at C, because it's $100. I feel like they could sort that out, honestly. But if you just fix the frequencies, like it's fine. It really is, and you can decrease the weight too. Like, these are things they could fix again. Anyways, Turtle Beach Stealth 600 Gen 2. It is wireless. It has separate versions. Oh, by the way, the Stealth 600 and 700 Gen 2, they're the two ones that are next. They both have pretty good reviews. So the 600 Gen 2 wireless has separate versions for PS and Xbox due to compatibility stuff with the wireless. Easy to set up and use. Balanced sound, lightweight, unfortunately stiff padding, a bad mic, bad bass, 2.4 gigahertz only, so it only works on PC. Or no, it has separate versions for PS and Xbox. Never mind. I'm confused. How is it 2.4 gigahertz only and it works on PS and Xbox? Can 2.4 gigahertz work on PS and Xbox now? Let me look this up real quick. Oops. Oops, I put does instead of do, like an absolute idiot. Oh. Oh, okay, it does work. It does. Okay, good. Okay, good. Good. 2.4 gigahertz only, but they do have the separate versions for PS and Xbox. Okay. It's ugly in my opinion. Somewhat decent surround sound with an application. Unfortunately, it's with an application. But $100, $89 now. That's really good reviews. I don't see why, honestly. It's got stiff padding, bad mic, bad bass. I don't know. I personally am not a fan. I think it's ugly. Put it in C. Stealth 700 Gen 2. Great battery life. More than 20 hours. Comfortable. Easy to use. Good mic, but picks up a lot of background noise. Not a huge deal though. A lot of them do that. It's wireless. It is compatible with all platforms, but it is targeted towards Xbox. Some people like the design. I think it's ugly. USB-C charging, great audio quality and bass, except that it gets muddy with bright sounds. $150. It isn't bad. It really isn't bad. It improves on a lot of the stuff that the other one wasn't good at. I'll put it in B. It could go in A probably. I'm gonna put it in B. I don't know. My brain just gets a bad vibe from Turtle Beach. I don't know why. I think their headsets are ugly. They could probably be marketing better. I think they should change their logo. I don't know. They have to really impress me though to get up there. Creative SXFI Gamer. Detachable USB-C cable or 3.5mm. You lose the RGB if you go 3.5mm. Has uncomfortable ear cups. Heavy, removable ear cups, but no replacements in the box. Removable mic. Good mic, but does not meet Creative's crazy claims. Phenomenal default sound quality and good stock surround sound. Great battle mode with awesome directional sound. Also amplifies certain frequencies. Complicated experience with having to download several apps to make SXFI personalized audio work. It is $130, $80 right now. The fact that they're making crazy claims about the mic and it's good, but it's not that good, kind of weird. It's heavy, not very comfortable, but it really does have good sound quality. Put it in B. It's $80 now. That's not bad. So, anyways, Roccat Syn Pro Air. Oh boy, it has good sound quality, clear and consistent mic. It is compatible with PC only because there is no wired. You cannot use it wired. It has not a great fit. It is uncomfortable. The Roccat Neon software is horrendous. It does not turn off by itself. It doesn't stay connected to Windows consistently. You can't use the volume dial on console. It has nice RGB at least. It is 2.4 gigahertz. It has a USB-A dongle or USB-C adapter for the dongle. Okay, that's nice. Again, I like that. I said that I like that with the other one. I'll give them props for that. Too expensive for what it is. Mediocre, 18 or so hours of battery life. They claim 24 hours, so it's lightweight. It's hard to pair with the headset. Hard to pair the headset with the dongle. It randomly disconnects. It has USB-C charging at least. It's $150, $120 now, probably due to the weird bad reception of it. It's dreadful. It's terrible. Don't buy it, please. Almost done at this point, guys. Just have a few left. Patriot Viper V360 7.1. Single USB cable. PC only, but at least it's simple, just one cable. Kind of heavy. Red LEDs. Included carrying pouch, which for the price is actually really nice. Comfortable, but chunky and awkward design. Bad vibration gimmick. At least you can turn it off. It's like haptics, but worse. It kind of is haptics, but it's just a really bad implementation. No drivers required. That's good. No good sound quality without the bass vibrations. Virtual surround sound. Good overall. $60, $40 now. The fact that it has surround sound at that price is really nice. And it's got the included carrying case. The only problems are, it's PC only, it's heavy, it's got red LEDs and no RGB, which I find is outdated. I'm gonna put it in B. I mean, it's fine. I mean, it has good sound quality, and it's got virtual surround sound for only now $40, which is really sick, but I think it's ugly. There are a few issues with it. All right, Corsair Virtuoso RGB Wireless XT. People really love this headset right now. Insanely expensive. Great sound quality, comfortable. Pretty much all headsets are comfortable now, to be honest. Bluetooth, USB, and 3.5mm. No 2.4 gigahertz, I guess. That's kind of weird. Not great battery life, just 15 hours. I don't know if that's RGB on or off. It doesn't say here. Beautiful design, really beautiful. I really love how it looks. It is heavy, however. It has fast wireless, of course. A steel headband with a great build quality. Great directional audio. Great for music as well. Amazing mic for a headset. However, the G Pro X has better sound quality and it's cheaper. It is $270. I'm sorry, I love the design so much that I'm actually going to put it in the same tier as the G Pro X, which has better sound quality and is cheaper. I'm sorry, it looks so good. Corsair Void RGB Elite USB. Actually, we're going to do the wireless first. It's like after. But the Void RGB Elite Wireless. Decent mic. Actually decent for wearing glasses, which is interesting. Surround sound is tied to an app. Extremely loose fit. RGB lighting destroys the battery life. It has RGB, it's heavy, but it is solidly built. Comfortable besides the loose fit. 2.4 gigahertz, only through USB. Micro USB charging, and not USB-C. IQ isn't great for the headset. 17 hours with no RGB and less with it, which that's garbage. No surround sound on console because it's tied to IQ. Heavy on the mids. Average sound quality. Bad for music. Good mic at least. $100, $87 now. I don't think there's Oh no, it says it's solidly built. I'm actually surprised. I would not think that this headset is well built. I've seen it before in person. It doesn't look very well built, but whatever. I like that it's decent for glasses because I wear glasses. However, I would not buy this. Really bad battery life, and it doesn't say if there's a wired mode. There might not be. I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna put it in C tier. Oh, that's not it. This is it. Next is the Void RGB Elite USB. It's the same, but it's wired. It was $80, now it's $60. It's the same exact thing, but it's wired. So we are now on the last one. The Xbox wireless headset. Very hyped, very well praised by reviewers. It's light, it is comfortable once it's adjusted. Good sound, Bluetooth only though. Lacks good audio codecs and worse than 2.4 gigahertz, of course. Good bass, requires EQ adjustments. You should turn down the bass a little bit. Works with any device, not just Xbox, which is awesome. It needs an adapter for Windows, which is much faster. It's a lot faster with the adapter. It's like 2.4 gigahertz, I think. No surround sound, which at the price is fine. Xbox accessories app allows for EQ. The mic is good with Bluetooth and great with the adapter. It's not great for music. It's $100, $90 now. I think it's a little bit overhyped, but it has some really good features. I'm gonna put it in B. That's the tier list, guys. Feel free to argue with me down below. It's getting late at night. I really do have to go to bed, so hope you enjoyed this tier list, and see you guys.